Welcome to another edition of Fix It SF. Every month we look at an issue facing San Francisco that can be fixed relatively quickly. And today we have one of those issues, and that is clean streets in San Francisco. So before we begin, I like to say that our current mayor, Mayor Louie, has done a great job cleaning our streets. Our streets are far more cleaner than they've ever been. Unfortunately, the streets, and particularly in some areas, still need a lot of attention. And the reality is, for the city to really truly become a clean city, we're going to need the help of all of us as citizens of San Francisco. The city itself cannot do it by itself. So first of all, why have a clean city? For years, we have not had a clean city. People have been certainly aware of it, but why is it important to have a city that doesn't have litter, overflowing bins, and hazardous waste? It's not just a cosmetic issue, it's a safety issue. When our streets are clean, visitors and businesses feel better. There's a sense of pride and community spirit that comes with it. And studies have shown that cleaner cities often enjoy lower crime rates and higher property values. So cleanliness is really a reflection and a driving force for public well-being in general. So over the years, San Francisco has had clean programs in the past. Back in the 60s, with the advent of Keep America Beautiful, which was a campaign that was a national campaign to get all of our urban cities clean, San Francisco joined in that campaign. They had clean litter campaigns going on. All of that kind of went away. Other cities in the United States had taken the initiative of actually fining people for throwing garbage on the street. Toronto, for instance, in Canada, has tickets as high as $271 if you litter your streets in Toronto. And other cities in the United States have similar types of laws. Cities throughout the United States, but more importantly around the world, Singapore comes to mind, has strong enforcement actions if you litter. Unfortunately, San Francisco does not have that. And as a result, we had dirty streets because there's no accountability. And once streets are dirty, it's very difficult to turn everybody around and say, you know what, we each need to pick up a piece of paper to clean our streets, because they feel like, why? The streets are going to remain dirty. It doesn't impact the ability to keep the streets clean, so they don't do it. So in order for this to work, you have to have several things to happen. Number one, you have to have a program like Keep America Beautiful. You have to have a campaign, a PR campaign that says, we're doing it now as a city to help clean the streets from a governmental side, but now we need your help from a citizen side. Every citizen, every person walking the streets in San Francisco should be expected to pick up any piece of paper they see and throw in the waste bin. When I walk up every morning off 5th Street, up Mason Street, I religiously pick up paper and throw it in the garbage can. I make a difference. Sometimes I clean an entire street just by picking up 3 or 4 pieces of paper. Can you imagine if everybody did that? The problem is the mindset of the city has to be proud of your city. Have pride. Keep your streets clean. Help the city do that. And in order for that to happen, you need that Keep America Beautiful campaign strategy to start resonating in a program for our city. The next thing, you have to enforce. It's time to have signs that say, keep our city clean, keep litter off, and then have fines attached to that so that they know that if you throw garbage, it's going to cost you. Now, the reality is a lot of our garbage, particularly in the downtown Union Square area, are actually not caused by just people dropping stuff on the street. It's caused, unfortunately, by homelessness, where a lot of the garbage cans, particularly the recycling garbage cans, are literally tossed on the streets, and then those papers fly all over the place. So one of the things we also need to look at is how do we enclose those blue receptacles so that they don't fly open, so they can't be taken advantage of by people that unfortunately are just taking them and tossing them everywhere. So that is an enforcement issue that the city has to look at to make sure that doesn't happen. And that will take care of a lot of garbage, particularly in the early morning hours that you have wind that takes that garbage and flies it all over the place. So going back to looking at other places around the world, we talked about Toronto having a fine system. They also have recycling programs. So they have volunteer recycling programs to bring paper goods, bottles, and so forth that allows people to drop off, not in a central area like we have in the city, but throughout neighborhoods so they can drop off things for recycling. In Tokyo, for instance, they have a community cleaning event. In Copenhagen, they have kid-friendly green school initiatives that combine policy, education, and civic pride as part of their school system. What has to work for this to occur is you need persistence. These programs need to be established and they need to be followed up, and we need to be persistent about it so it becomes part of our daily life. It's not just a single solution, it's not a single event. It's a strategy to say, we're going to keep our cities clean and these programs are going to be maintained from now on. So what do we need to do? What are the action steps? The first action step is we need to organize regular neighborhood cleaning days, rotating focus across the city. Now, we do have a lot of programs established by different volunteer groups to clean the beaches, the parks. All of this needs to be incorporated into the overall plan to allow citizen support to clean our streets. Second, we have to partner with local businesses that will supply the necessary cleaning supplies, and we need to create celebrations as the street gets clean to make it a positive event where we actually show that we've actually done something and we reward that group for doing so. We need to empower youth ambassadors in schools and create online platforms for residents to report and track litter hotspots. We have 311, for instance, which is a place where you can indicate to the city hotspots of crime or in case heavy litter areas, but this needs to be expanded upon. We need to have social media challenges and public art projects that make participation fun and viable and visible. If we do this, picking up our litter, reminding each other to do so, and respect our shared space, we can transform the city. It's a commitment, but together we can make San Francisco cleaner. What will be your first step? Join the movement. Clean streets start with us. Do what I do. When you walk in the streets, pick up a piece of paper. You will be seen, and other people will see what you're doing, and it's a good chance they will begin the process of doing what you're doing, and all of a sudden, one by one, we'll build an army of people to clean our streets, and you'll see a difference. This is the way we're going to help make San Francisco shine once again.